once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. It's been quite a while. The winter months are kind of always a slower period. It's a lot harder to really get a free minute to record because everyone's kind of cooped in the house. Combine that with everyone kind of naturally being cooped in the house because of events going on and all that, and various other circumstances all going on, it becomes very hard to record, sadly. But I managed to get some time today. I managed to eke in some little bit of time. And so here I am, trying to record and trying to actually play a level for once. So yeah, what do we check out today? We're checking out the Trilogy military installation. To be exact, this is version 0.96, but I have no idea if any other versions were ever released. This was actually made by Stuart Presley, who we've actually seen in quite a few levels. He's actually made a lot of the really small deathmatch levels we've seen, such as Quakehenge, which definitely stands out, and otherwise a bunch of little generic levels like Catwalk, the Courtyard, Symbols, aka levels that pretty much were one room and not really that exciting. It was really a lot of the small, forgettable maps. So I'm imagining that might be what is the case for this level. It is a single-player level, which makes it a bit different from his past endeavors. But at the same time, I'm not too sure if he's going to make it really overly massive, or if he's just going to make a really small level that we're going to quickly fly through. As I said, I really don't know with single-player levels, and that's kind of the hard part, is investing the time for a single-player level in particular, when I don't know, am I going to be hunting for secrets or other mysteries? Anyway, this is the first level in an add-on pack that's being produced by Trilogy. I have no idea if any other levels were ever made for this add-on pack. We had a lot of works in progress that were being released around this time period, which never got completed. So, needless to say, we're pretty much working off whatever fragments we find, whatever random stuff exists around this time period. Anyway, he creates the normal people, whatnot. It was made using Worldcraft, so it's really pretty standard. And he also gives credits to TR Brew for help with getting the lighting to work properly. Otherwise, that is pretty much about it. There's really not too much. There's also support for Deathmatch, apparently. 1 to 6 players. It is pretty much very, very tight, though, with 4. If you do any more than 6, it's absolutely too tight, really, to do anything. So yeah, cooperative will be in the final add-on pack he's promising. I have no idea if that was ever included, as said, but we have something working here. So then he gives a bunch of different legal stuff, which is pretty much worthless. And he says, if you're affiliate of actual software, be it patient or child company, do not even consider asking me for permission. It doesn't take any time to ask me for permission and receive a yes. As a matter of fact, it probably took you longer to strip our description files and rewrite one of your own than we have to simply ask us for permission and use the ones already provided. Consider this text file your answer no. So, yeah, needless to say, very, very blatant and whatnot there. Where to get this map? On the internet and morally adept CD compilations. If you find this level on any Acura-based software CD compilation, then please contact me. Then again, if you did, you're probably not reading this. Yeah. As you see, people are really salty after the stuff that Acura did, for no big surprise. But yeah, as you see, the whole thing with Eternal Darkness has occurred. It's very blatant by this time, and people are really hostile about it. It makes sense based on the time period that this kind of came out. Anyway, let's see. Let's actually check out the level. TMI. Too much information. But also something else that I can't really remember at the moment. Something involving installation and it being tiny, maybe. I forget. It's the Tiny Mouse installation, sure. Yeah, that's what this is. TMI. Let's see what TMI is about. Is my audio on? I think my audio's on. Yeah, it's on. It just has no ambient sounds, which stinks. Yeah. What's up with every bloody level not having any ambient sounds? it drives me crazy because I suddenly think there's no audio. Okay, so I have no idea if there are any secrets or not. The counter really doesn't show much of anything because it's blocked out by the name. Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of stinks about Quake in particular, is that when you have a wider screen, you'd think the HUD would stretch out, but no, it stays compressed in the middle based on the original resolution, which kind of stinks. You know, even when you stretch out the resolution and get wider ones, do not proceed any further, he just kind of said. He only said that once, and it was really fast. But yeah, you've entered the installation, don't proceed any further, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a simple level, only 25 enemies. It looks like just kind of grunts. It's going to be a little base level, it looks like. But like I said, when it comes to the HUD, you would think it would stretch out, but it really doesn't. It kind of just sticks to this little tiny resolution. And even if you change like the resolution like GL Quake or anything like that, it never stretches. It just stays right in the middle of the screen, right at this resolution. And that kind of stinks, because that's the main thing you would care about with changing the resolution, honestly. Really changing the resolution doesn't do too much. But it would fix up this thing in the middle of the screen, as said. But alas, it doesn't make it any lighter, and so you can never really fit more text. And so you get weird issues like this constantly because you didn't fit your words right. See, I'm probably going to have to trim it down and make it like look proper if I do it like in Stripper. I see you, Grunt. I see you over there. Doesn't really matter. Let's just kill him. One dead? Let me make sure skill is 3. Just want to make sure. As said, this is a relatively simple level, it looks like. Nothing too fancy. We shouldn't have too many problems. You see, just a simple few grunts. I'm entirely rusty, haven't played Quake in a very long time, and as you see, I'm not having any real problems so far, at least with 3 grunts. So aren't you proud of me? I may have passed the first 3 grunts without dying. Okay, so we got a corridor there. We got some armor here, which will make it much easier to survive. Get this crate. We got a very inconspicuous crate. And we got some lights. We're appreciating the architecture, people. We're here to examine the architecture and kill things. But mostly examine the architecture. Okay. So you see, it's a bunch of basic corridors. Some grunts. Nothing too fancy so far. We have a door and we have another route over there. Is this door open or is it locked? Yep, it's just locked. I kind of figured that'd be the idea. Maybe we can open it later on. Maybe it's just a sealed door to demonstrate there are other parts of this base. Who knows? Let's keep going. Yep, this basically is just Grunt Slaughter Factory, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't exactly a hard level either. The grunts aren't exactly in, like, really challenging places to shoot. So I'm not really having many problems facing them. But you're annoying. He's learning! He's learning how to use balcony! Sadly for him, that meant it was a lot easier to target him. Let's see here. So we got some crates, which we kind of saw before. What an exciting revelation. We got more crates. We also got a double-barreled shotgun, which will make this killing grunt thing a lot easier. Because now we only have to shoot them one time. Okay, we need to find the gold key card. Let's do this, people. We gotta find the gold key card in this giant map of random places. Hello, gold key card. Have I seen you anywhere? Let's see here. There is water. That's always exciting. But yeah, as you see, really uneventful mission so far. Really just a couple grunts. It seems like a grunt-based mission. Nothing too fancy. Like, this is like level design you'd see in like Q2 or something. Just walk into a room, shoot a few enemies, keep moving on. Not much in the way of challenge. I just recklessly fell down here and just slaughtered everything because it was a lot easier trying to target them. That's strategy for you. Okay, so we can come up here. Let me check down underneath the elevator. I have to check underneath elevators. You know verticality and how there can be secrets. Doesn't seem like there's a lot up here, though. It's just kind of a random area with some health. But It's exploration time. That's the fun of this, right? We're appreciating the exploration, or geometry, or whatever you call this. I forget what the plot is anymore. I'm just shooting things. Okay, here is a biosuit. Let's grab this and I guess go swimming. I'm not really sure why we need a biosuit. Maybe because it's a long swim? Maybe. Yes, it is. Where in God's name are we going? Are these nail traps or are these just pipes? They just look like pipes. Okay, let's keep going. We don't want to die. I really don't want to die, so let's get out of here. Guy's trying to shoot me as soon as I came out of the water. What are you trying to do? Were you guys just like standing around here all this time waiting for someone to come out of this pool of water? You guys really have a very little life, don't you? Okay, so we got these pump things, which is rather nice geometry-wise. I can appreciate pumps pumping. That seems to be all they're doing, but by golly, you be a pump and you be proud of it. And here's the gold key card. Thank God. Okay, so now we can get back. Not using a biosuit because we're elite. We're just going to do this properly. And by properly, I mean like that. Yeah, that's how useless the biosuit kind of was. Because there's really nowhere else to go or anything to really do. Yeah, they said this really is a hard mission. It's really almost a very simple my first mission. So, needless to say, not a lot going on here. Just a simple little kill some grunts and move on mission. Yeah, not really the most exciting thing to come back to after all this time. Oh God, it's a dog! It's a dog, people! We finally have some variation. After 14 enemies, they finally realize they can use Rottweilers as well. Are we actually going to have an enforcer now? Or are we just going to have a bunch of grunts again? There we are! Is that an enforcer or is that just a laser trap? I think that's just a laser trap. Yep, it's a laser trap. But there's an enforcer! They're getting more complex. Just randomly kill that one enforcer and move back. It's getting more convoluted. At least for someone who hasn't played in a few months. For a normal person, this probably would be nothing at all. Okay, so let's see here. We got crates, we got barrels, we got random stuff everywhere. We got these really loud beeping computers which are doing absolutely nothing. They're just kind of here, they're kind of useless. They look impressive and they cost a lot of money. So of course the military had to have it. Here's our little fancy gun thing. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. Lots of nice little geometry we're appreciating. Watch as all of a sudden Shambler jumps out to somewhere. I'm just really anticipating all of a sudden at the end, surprise, Shambler. I pressed the button. Are you proud of me? Security breach, Area 51 now accessible. Of course it's Area 51. Now what? Now what? Where do I even go? Do I go back to where that door was? Maybe that's it. Owie! Okay, that was not good. That was not the safest move. I see. Okay, so now we can go through a door. No, God, there's a dog. Aliens in Area 51. Aliens are apparently dogs. Okay, that was probably not the best way to handle that. There's still 5 enemies. I have no health. This is probably a bad situation. Because as soon as like one grunt pot shots me, I'm pretty much dead. And I don't know if there's any health anywhere. You know, yeah, this level hasn't really given me much in the way of health. Or resources at all. It's like they gave you kind of at the beginning, but since then I've just kind of been shooting willy-nilly, and it hasn't been like anything really being given to me at all. Okay, so there's 5 enemies. Where are they? I need to figure out where they are so they don't surprise. What the? I heard lasers. I don't like that. Okay, but there's enforcers up there. I see the enforcers. Just be careful. Every enemy we kill is one less that can kill me. One down. There's still one enforcer up there somewhere, though. I saw him. He's running around. He's making a lot of noise for some reason. I don't know if there's anyone else up there. I don't like this. We have 4 enemies. Okay, I think that's totally useless. So, the enforcer's like right above me. This enforcer's being really, really annoying. So I'm just trying to shoot him without getting hit myself. Okay, they're being really annoying because I'm trying to shoot them without getting hit once. Okay, brilliant. We killed another enforcer. But there's another one up there. Brilliant. Okay. Down to the last 2 enemies. Now we just need to kill 2 enemies without dying myself. It's a grunt. There's a grunt somewhere. There we are. Dead. Okay, so as long as we don't get hit with some random hazard, we're pretty much good. I'm assuming this might be like the exit teleporter. I don't know. It looks fancy, definitely. But before we go there, let's see what's up here. Maybe there's something smarter to do up here instead of just walking into a giant laser beam. Let's see here. We got some double-barreled shotgun stuff. And yeah, this area just is a little observation deck. Nothing really fancy up here. Watch as I fall down and do myself. Okay, that luckily didn't happen. So all I really need to do now is get into that laser thing and hopefully not die due to this. Watch as this kills me. Oh god. Oh god, I don't like this. There we are! Okay, so yeah, that was kind of scary, a giant laser beam. But as you see, it really didn't lead anywhere deadly at all. Leads to you in M1. Yeah, it really is not a hard level at all. Not really that much of an eventful level at all. It really was just a couple grunts. It was really a small, basic level. It definitely belongs in the easy episode of my server. Yeah, I would not say this is really a complicated level at all, or really anything really that interesting. There were some nice things in here. There was the pumps moving. There was a couple little like things of geometry. But overall, it was just a very easy mission. It was made to be almost idBasey. But even in idBase levels, like E4M1 is a lot more painful than this was. And I think a lot of them were a lot more painful in a lot of ways than this one could have been. So, needless to say, small, eventless level. Just kind of another little level just to kind of tide us over and say it's a level. So, with that in mind, thank you all for watching. It's been an adventure, and I guess I'll be seeing you all in a few months probably, because who knows, I have no idea when I'm recording again. So see you all then.